Hello, everyone. Welcome, learn, and explore. Albert Einstein, the man who changed the world. Albert Einstein is one of the most famous scientists in history. His name has become a symbol of intelligence and genius. But Einstein was not only a great thinker, he was also a curious child, a hard-working student, a man of peace, and a human being with weaknesses and strengths. This is the story of Albert Einstein, told in simple words, so that everyone can understand the journey of the man who changed the way we see the universe. Early life. Albert Einstein was born on March 14th, 1879, in Ulm, a small town in Germany. His father, Hermann Einstein, was an engineer and salesman. His mother, Pauline, loved music and wanted her son to play the violin. As a child, Einstein was quiet and thoughtful. He spoke slowly and sometimes had trouble with words, so people thought he was not very smart. But young Albert had a deep curiosity. He loved to ask questions about the world around him. When he was 5 years old, his father showed him a compass. Albert was amazed. How could the needle always point north, even though nothing seemed to touch it? This mystery stayed in his mind and planted the first seeds of his scientific journey. School and education. Einstein was not the best student in school. He often got bored and did not like strict teachers who wanted students to memorize lessons. But he loved math and physics. Numbers and formulas made sense to him, and he could spend hours solving problems. At the age of 16, Einstein applied to the Swiss Federal Polytechnic School in Zurich. He failed the entrance exam in some subjects, but his math and physics scores were so high that the school allowed him to enter later. After some preparation, he passed and became a student in Zurich. In 1900, he graduated as a teacher of math and physics, but he could not find a good job. Finally, in 1902, he started working at the Swiss Patent Office in Bern. His job was to look at new inventions and check if they were original. The Miracle Year. While working at the patent office, Einstein continued to think about science in his free time. In 1905, when he was only 26 years old, he published 4 important papers that changed physics forever. Scientists call this year his Annus Mirabilis, or Miracle Year. In the first paper, he explained the photoelectric effect, how light can knock electrons out of a metal surface. This idea helped create modern electronics and later won him the Nobel Prize in Physics in 1921. In the second paper, he studied the motion of tiny particles in liquid, called Brownian motion. This confirmed that atoms and molecules are real. In the third paper, he presented the special theory of relativity. He showed that space and time are connected, and that nothing can move faster than light. In the fourth paper, he introduced the most famous equation in the world, EMC2. This means that energy and mass are related. A small amount of mass can be turned into a huge amount of energy. These papers made Einstein famous in the scientific community. even though he was still working in the patent office. Later work and general relativity. Einstein did not stop there. He kept working on his ideas. In 1915, he introduced the general theory of relativity. This theory explained how gravity works, not as a force pulling objects, but as a curve in space and time. In 1919, scientists tested his theory during a solar eclipse. They saw that light from stars bent as it passed near the sun, just as Einstein predicted. Overnight, Einstein became an international celebrity. Newspapers all over the world called him a genius. Albert Einstein once said, "Imagination is more important than knowledge, for knowledge is limited, but imagination encircles the world." Thank you for watching this video. Watch more videos, subscribe this channel.